This girl was raised by Taylor Swift. We love a good Easter egg. I'm so glad I don't have to go to therapy anymore because I have the Grudge instead. Oh my god. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Ally and today we are reacting to Guts by Olivia Rodrigo. Besides all things Taylor Swift, obviously, I think this is my most anticipated album of the year. Sour was obviously just such an incredible debut album, and I'm so excited to see what Olivia has been cooking up since then. By the way, I literally just landed home from America, so if I seem exhausted, that's why. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but we have this beautiful new addition to the room. It is the 100,000 subscribers plaque, so thank you guys all so much for being here. That was absolutely unreal to come home to and unbox, so thank you. I love you all so much. And if you're new here and you haven't subscribed, you should totally do that down below. It's free, it is fun. I'm really trying to hit 1 million by the end of the week, so subscribe down below. Also, before you watch any more of this video, I want to hear what you guys think my favorite songs in this will be. I feel like by now you have such a good understanding of my music taste, so see if you can guess. I have a feeling that this album is going to be slightly more edgier, slightly rockier.
I don't know, I like a little edge and a little pop in my hair, especially for the Teen Vogue party.
She experienced so much after the success of her first album. I'm sure there has been like some dark sides to this sort of overnight success and fame, so I feel like we might get a little bit of that on the album. I also really love that her album titles aren't named after songs. I think that's really cool to do as an artist, and I kind of wish more artists did that. I'm just so excited for the songwriting and storytelling on this album because, I mean, it was written at age 19. If 19-year-old girls are doing anything, it is writing the greatest albums of all time. Finally, before we press play, I just want to say thank you so much to today's video sponsor, because without them, this video would not be possible, and that is Surfshark. Surfshark is a VPN, aka a virtual private network. When I was in Florida like a week or two ago, I was playing bar trivia. The question was, what does VPN stand for? And I won us a point because I use one. So thank you, Surfshark, for that round of free fries. You guys probably know VPNs are absolutely vital for protecting your data, especially if you're traveling. Like, I'm constantly connecting to public Wi-Fi at airports, Starbucks, libraries. So I'm kind of leaving myself very vulnerable to like big corporations and cyber criminals. So thankfully Surfshark just acts as a barrier and stops any of your data from being stolen. But honestly, the main reason that I use a VPN is just so that I can watch my shows anywhere in the world. You can simply hop on, change your Surfshark IP address to a different country, and bam, there you have it. While I was traveling, it meant that I could still watch all of my favorite shows from back home that America doesn't necessarily have. For example, I just started The Vampire Diaries, and I was not about to let being in a different hemisphere in the globe stop me from finding out what happens to the tomb with Catherine in it. I'm so invested right now. So thankfully I was able to continue watching that. Also, unfortunately, I've started watching Pretty Little Liars for like the 10th time, and we're watching it all together on my Instagram story. So if you live somewhere in the world where you can't access that, hop onto Surfshark, change your country, and you can come and join us in the dark spiral that is Rosewood. You guys can use my code Sheehan for 3 months absolutely free, so make sure you take advantage. I will leave them linked below, and you can let me know which shows you use it for. Thanks again, Surfshark, for making this video possible today. Everyone, be sure to check them out below, and let's get into it. I cannot believe I've held off so long to listen to this album. It's just been staring at me on Spotify all week. It's finally time. This is also quite a short album, and I've got to say, I respect that. It's 12 songs, only 39 minutes. I love an album, or a movie for that matter, that just keeps you wanting a little bit more. All right, I'm so excited. First up, we have All American Bitch. I know some of you hate it when I pause songs too soon, but like, I just need to say, that is not how I expected this album to start. If you compare that to Brutal, that couldn't be more different. Or maybe she's gonna shock me and do something crazy here too. It's acoustic, I love it. I am light as a feather and as stiff as a board. Okay, this is so weird. Sorry again for pausing. I was just listening to Feather by Sabrina Carpenter, and I said to my friend, I made a terrible joke, but I said, if she's as light as a feather, does that make it as stiff as a board? And I'm so sorry, but I can't believe Olivia just said, wow, that's so weird. I pay attention to things that most people ignore. Wow, vocals. And I'm alright with the movies that make jokes about senseless cruelty, that's for sure. I am built like a mother in a total machine. Oh my god, this melody is so pretty. And I make light of the darkness. I've got sand in my motherfucking pocket. I love that. It's so pretty. Oh my god. Why did I even doubt at the beginning? I should have known. I should have known she would take us on this journey. I'm sorry, is this Avril Lavigne I'm listening to? She knows how to rock out.
I like to rock out.
You guys know that my favorite kind of music is songs that sound like they belong in a 2000s coming of age teen movie. Liv? She's just joined the ranks. Oh my god.
Coca-Cola bottles that I only used to curl my hair with love to spare.
Let's go!
You can't resist. I'm a perfect all-American bitch with perfect all-American lips and perfect all-American hair.
This is so sexy and so fun. And honestly, it sounds kind of more 90s than 2000s if I'm being honest. Wow, I feel like Kat Stratford like pulling up in her beat up car, rocking out to this.
Sunshine on the window makes me happy. Outside all around me. I don't get angry when I'm pissed on me. Turn off optimist. I scream inside, big deal, and then
Every teenage girl understands that guttural scream.
I'm grateful all the time. I'm sexy and I'm kind. I'm pretty when I cry.
She gets it.
All the time. I'm grateful all the time. I'm sexy and I'm kind. I'm pretty when I cry.
Gosh, I don't know what that last melody reminds me of, but I just love how self-aware and witty Olivia is. We're only one song in, and this is already just, oh my god, so good. She gets it. She's kind of making fun of all of the things that a girl has to be. You know, it's kind of a play on the all-American girl. For people like Taylor Swift, Miley Cyrus, Selena Gomez even, American dream, what parents, but also boys and media and young girls want you to be. And you have to be all of these things at the same time. And I just love her take on that. I think my favorite lyric is, I'm built like a mother and a total machine. Actually, no, I've got sun in my motherfucking pocket. That's incredible. Perfect all-American bitch with perfect all-American lips and perfect all-American hips. I know my place and this is it. I don't get angry when I'm pissed. Oh my god, just all of the things that a woman or a girl is supposed to be. I'm grateful all the time. I'm sexy and I'm kind. I'm pretty when I cry. This is so good. Okay, I think we should keep going, but already I love that song and it is a perfect album opener. Love that. Wait, did that just... My crossfade is kind of long, so I could be wrong, but I feel like that transitioned really well. She's a genius. That's so good. It's like her walking out and then her knocking on his door. I don't think I'd even noticed that knocking at the beginning of Bad Idea, right? When I'd heard it.
Hey.
I'd never picked up on that. Wow, okay. I guess I'm turning my crossfade off. So I have heard Bad Idea, right? But I didn't react to it, so I feel like we should just listen together right now. This is a song that's really grown on me.
Haven't heard from you in a couple of months, but I'm out right now and I'm all bugged up.
This melody really reminds me of, and I'm not cool and I'm not smart and I can't even parallel park.
My brain is can't hit my flow. I cannot hear without. That's all I know. I should probably not. Sing it tonight. It's a bad idea, right? Sing it tonight. Fuck it, it's fine. Yes, I know that he's my ex, but can't two people reconnect? I only see him as a friend. Biggest lie I ever said.
I do have to say, talking in songs, talk singing, it's always cringed me out a little bit. I know I've talked about that in some other like ranking videos on here. So that was kind of why I didn't love the song upon first listen, but it's just grown on me. I don't know what it is. I think I just love a song where you can tell they're having fun and the music video only amplifies that, you know, Liv and her friends just having a ball. Isn't that the dream? Like to become a pop star and just make music videos with your friends?
No, I'm getting in the car, wrecking all my plans. I know I should stop, but I can't. And I told my friends it was asleep, but I never said where in his sheets. I'm sure I've seen much hotter men, but I really can't remember when.
Me thinking about Dev Patel and Lion, just I'm sure I've seen much hotter men, but I really can't remember when, is so satisfying. I didn't pick up on this when I heard the song, but my friend let me know that that is likely a reference to a Johnny Cash song, A Boy Named Sue, where he sings, I tell you I've fought tougher men, but I really can't remember when. I don't think the melody is the same, but the lyrics, I see the connection.
I cannot
I was really hoping in the music video for Bad Idea, right, when she gets slushied on her chest, I was like, oh my god, is that a Glee reference? Is this a fellow Gleek? The only thing I will say about this song, well, not the only thing, but the one criticism I guess I have is that I wish it had a bridge. You guys know I'm a slut for a good bridge. This is my favorite part of a song. It's where the build up all kind of accumulates and explodes, and I think Liv is great at making them, so I just wish that she'd given us a bridge for this. Now I'm gonna listen for transitions on all of these songs because that was so cool. Oh, this is Vampire. Great song. Has only grown on me. I'm not gonna listen to it now just because I've already reacted to it. You can find that below, but what a great song. Upon reflection, my favorite lyric from that song is definitely, "You called them crazy. God, I hate the way I called them crazy too." I think that's what she says, because just, oh my gosh, reflecting on the way that we can be so swept up in and, dare I say, manipulated by someone that holds power over us, especially in this case of an age gap relationship, and you have people in your life looking out for you and trying to warn you. You see this in Dear John with "My mother accused me of losing my mind, but I swore I was fine." In Vampire, Liv's talking about how like all these other girls, whether they were her friends or maybe girls that he had previously done the same thing with, trying to look out for her and warn her, and he's like, oh, they're all crazy, they don't understand us, it's you and me against the world. She's like, yeah, they don't get it, like they don't know a love like this. Also, if you like those two songs, listen to Don't Date the Teenager by Greta Ray. Man, it sucks that there are so many songs about older men taking advantage of younger women, but thank God these girlies have taken their pain and given us fantastic songs out of it. Lastly, someone showed me the Rachel Berry AI of Vampire, and now I just can't unhear that version. Next up we have Lacy. Oh, it's pretty.
Lacy, oh Lacy, skin like puff pastry. Aren't you the sweetest thing on this side of hell?
Okay, first when she said skin like puff pastry, I was like, isn't that kind of like flaky and dry? I guess she means sweet. Gotcha.
Did I ever tell you that I'm not doing well? Ooh, I care. Linger all the time, watching hidden in plain sight.
That is such a beautiful metaphor, allegory, synonym, reference. Like perfume that you wear, I linger all the time. It's like something you're not even aware of as the person wearing the perfume. We don't really think about it after we put it on, but it's just still there, hiding in plain sight.
Smart, sexy, Lacy, I'm losing it lately. I feel your compliments like bullets on skin. Dazzling starlight, Bardo reincarnate. Aren't you the greatest thing to ever exist?
This is so different to anything like lyrically and melodically that we've heard from Olivia in the past. I wonder if Lacy is the real name of a girl in her life or if it represents something or just a feeling. It's so beautiful. I love the, well, aren't you the greatest thing to ever exist, because it's like a compliment but also feels like an undertone of frustration. It's like you love this person but you're jealous of them at the same time and you resent how you feel about them.
My stomach's all in knots. You got the one thing that I want.
You got the one thing that I want. So maybe Lacy is in a relationship with a person that Liv has a crush on. Kind of reminds me of when you really want to hate a person, but you can't help but love them because they're just so kind and beautiful. I feel like often with girls, maybe more so when we're younger, but like if someone's really, really beautiful and pretty, we like almost want to hate them. But then if they're also nice on top of that, we're like, God damn it, like you're just perfect. Feel your compliments like bullets on skin. So hearing nice things from this person is painful. I love the dazzling starlet Bardo reincarnate. Does this girl actually look like Bridget Bardot? Because if so, lucky. Most of this song so far, I felt like she was in that place where you're like, do I want to be you or want to be with you? But then the "you've got the one thing that I want" makes me think Lacy has the heart of a person that Liv also likes. Oh, I did not expect that.
Lacy, oh Lacy, I just loathe you lately, and I despise my jealous eyes and how hard they fell for you. Yeah, I despise my rotten mind and how much it worships you. you.
Wow. That is such an interesting song, and I feel like it kind of explores something that we don't see that often in songs. It kind of reminded me of, what's Conan's song? Heather? I Wish I Were Heather. But yeah, to me it just feels like a, do I want to be you or be with you? And also a little bit of Gorgeous by Taylor Swift, where you're like, you have these feelings about someone and they're so strong that it makes you like angry and frustrated. And I just remember having crushes like that and feeling annoyed because I'm like, I just hate like your stupid perfect face. It's so annoying. Genius says, Olivia succumbs to her habit of comparing herself to other women to an extent so extreme that it seems like a crippling romantic obsession. I really loved the end of that bridge, or wherever it took me. I was not expecting that, and that was beautiful. I feel like this will be some people's favorite song for sure. Next we have Ballad of a Homeschooled Girl. This one goes out to Katie Heron.
I used to be homeschooled.
Why does this sound like Pink Slip from Freaky Friday?
Blood, running cold. I'm on the outside with the greatest inside joke. Feels like my skin doesn't fit right over my bones. So I guess I should go. The party's done and I'm no fun. I know. I'm like blood, I'm drinking down. I don't see good fashion tell.
Oh yeah. That's kind of funny that I made a Mean Girls reference because social suicide is so Regina George in my mind.
You cannot do that. That is social suicide.
Guy swore I was his type. Guess that he was making out with boys at the prom. Everything I do is tragic. Every guy I like is gay. The morning after a panic.
Every guy I like is gay. She really came for me and every other girl that grew up doing musical theatre. I do feel weird rocking out to the word suicide. It's not my fault that the song slaps.
Each day that I'm alive.
Oh, the feels. Thought your mom was your wife. Called you the wrong name twice. Can't think of a third line. Wait, I love that. Olivia has such a knack for capturing teenage angst, but also just like feeling like such an awkward outsider. And I mean, it's funny because she's a celebrity, a pop star, beautiful woman that like fits into the mold of all the things that people want to be. But still, it is inevitable to have all of these insecurities and feel anxiety. And I just love that she could put that all so succinctly into a song that like feels the way that the lyrics sound, if that makes sense. Do you guys know what I mean? Like this song feels like the anxiety in your brain after you come home from a party and you're like, what did I say? Like, what did I make it weird? Anyone that has social anxiety, I'm sure those lyrics just hit home. I'm on the outside of the greatest inside joke. Okay, Michael Scott.
I love inside jokes. I'd love to be a part of one someday.
Feels like my skin doesn't fit right over my bones is such a good lyric. I feel like there's this certain kind of visceral feeling when you're feeling insecure in your body or like body dysmorphia, which is maybe not what she's talking about here, but when your skin just feels like a weight and like uncomfortable to carry and your body just feels like, I don't know, like not right. That really hits the nail on the head for me. Next we have Making the Bed. I'm loving the fact that I'm going into these having no clue what they're about because Sour was obviously such a heartbreak album and it sort of reflected different parts of a heartbreak and a broken heart. And this is just so, for lack of a better word, all over the place. And I mean that in a great way. Like it's exploring so many different themes. Oh, okay, the Great War. The lights are out. Try to listen to Lacy again.
Once I used to do for fun. Another piece of plastic could just throw away. Another conversation with nothing good to say. I thought it, so I said it. Took it cause I can. Another day pretending I'm older than I am.
Interesting that she says another day pretending I'm older than I am, when in the first track, what's it called? All American Bitch, she sings something like, I know my age and I act like it. So I wonder if this song represents an earlier moment in time when she was trying to act older. Maybe that kind of goes along with Vampire.
Another thing I forced to be is time. But sometimes I feel like I don't wanna be where I am, getting drunk at a club with my fair weather friends, push away all the people who know me the best. But it's me who's been making the bed. I'm so tired of being the girl that I am. Every good thing's turning to something I dread, and I'm playing the victim so well in my head. But it's me who's been making the bed.
In the lead up to this album, Olivia said something about how since Sour, she had lived some experiences that she really wasn't proud of and looks back on and kind of regrets. And this verse and chorus really kind of hints towards that. Like, I don't want to be where I am, get drunk at a club with my fair weather friends, which kind of mirrors on Sour when she said, I only have like 2 real friends. Because if you think about when you are shot to stardom like that, how overnight suddenly everyone now wants to be your friend. So she's surrounded by yes men and people just that will agree with her and want to be in the same room as her and don't really have your best interest at heart. I love, and I'm playing the victim so well in my head, but it's me who's been making the bed, taking full accountability and responsibility for the situations you get yourself into. Oh my gosh, this is so interesting.
I'm driving through the city, the brakes go out on me. I can't stop at the red light, can't swerve off the road. I bet somewhere it's cause my life feels so out of control.
I'm sorry to be that girl. But it does remind me of Taylor Swift. Not in an intentional way, but just like, I mean, anytime I hear a lyric about driving, I'm gonna think of Taylor Swift. But I'm driving through the city and the brakes go out on me. Remember when you hit the brakes too soon? I read somewhere it's because my life feels so out of control. That feeling of being in a fishbowl when you don't feel like a real person, you can't control things. If you think about the anxiety that we get as regular, normal people, how we are perceived, right? Like whether it's by your school group, by your colleagues, by just people in general that maybe follow you on social media, and how it can hurt when someone misinterprets or misunderstands you. Like, I find that really hard. I'm like Pam from The Office.
I hate the idea that someone out there hates me. I even hate thinking that Al-Qaeda hates me. I think if they got to know me, they wouldn't hate me.
So I cannot even imagine how hard it would be to be famous, especially at this level, and just know that like, no matter really what you write or put out into the world, you can't control how others respond to it. All you can do is be honest and speak your truth and create your own art, but there are some things that you'll never be able to control.
Tell me that they love me like I'm some tourist attraction. They're changing my machinery and I just let it happen.
I'm so sorry, but they tell me that they love me like I'm some tourist attraction. What an incredible line. I'm thinking about when fans meet her, and rather than treating her like a person and having a conversation, they probably just take a photo and ask for a photo to prove that they've like been to the tourist attraction or like met her, rather than having a human connection and interaction. Because at the end of the day, it's like, you don't know her. You know, we know these songs she's created, but we don't know her as a person. I don't know if you can really truly love someone if you don't know them. But that's an interesting topic of conversation. Do you think you can love someone without knowing them truly? Because we say we love Olivia, we love Taylor Swift, we love whoever we love, but we don't really know them. We just know the sides that they've allowed us to see. Let me know what you think.
And I'm playing the victim so well in my head. But it's me who's been making the bed. Me who's been making the bed. Pull the sheets over my head.
Can we talk about just what a great metaphor and like title and theme this song is? The phrase is like, you've made the bed, now you have to sleep in it, or something like that. Maybe it's now you have to lie in it. I'm not great with my catchphrases. Making the bed is like your actions, and then sleeping in it is the consequences, I suppose. So it's like, so making the bed is the stuff that she's been doing that she kind of regrets but now has to live with it. And so then the pull the sheets over my head, she's trying to run away from it and make excuses and not face it.
Sometimes I feel like I don't want to be where I am.
Wow, that's so honest.
Counting all of the beautiful things I regret, but it's me who's been making the bed. Pull the sheets over my head, making the bed.
Wow. And Another thing with pulling the sheets over my head, the imagery of that makes me think of a child, like a child hiding under the blankets. You want to feel like a kid again and not have to be an adult and, you know, face up to what you've done and have actual real consequences. You just want to kind of escape underneath and feel like a kid again where nothing really mattered too much. This is definitely the kind of song, thematically at least, that I was expecting to hear from Olivia on this album, because it's reflecting on the negative side, the darker side of being shot to fame and how much that just changes your life for better or for worse. I really like the lyric, sometimes I feel like I don't want to be where I am, because it feels like something that is so bold to say as someone with so much privilege. If a celebrity is going through something and, you know, it's posted on E! News or even their own, you know, social media account, there are so many people, like hundreds of thousands, that say, oh, boo-hoo, like, you're rich, get over it, and don't empathize or understand that money and fame don't really solve many problems. I think money actually does solve a lot of problems, but probably only up to a certain point, and then beyond that, like, it's kind of just whatever. But fame would be so hard. So to be in this position of what so many would envy, you know, famous, rich, successful pop star, to say that she sometimes doesn't want that, I really respect that honesty and totally agree that that would be a really hard life to live. Musicians and actors are in this kind of odd position where they sign up for one thing, which is wanting to be successful at their art. For some reason, this other thing comes along with it, which is fame. I guess athletes also a little bit, but I feel like they don't get as much criticism. Actually, no, female athletes definitely do. But yeah, fame is just this kind of byproduct of being successful, and it would suck a lot of the time. All right, next we have Logical. Ooh, another slow one. That's really pretty.
Master manipulator, God, you're so good at what you do. Come for me like a savior, and I'd put myself through hell for you. Hear all the rumors lately that you always deny.
3 religious references. Interesting.
I fell for you like water falls from the February sky, but now the current's stronger, and I couldn't get out if I tried, but you convinced me, baby, it was all in my mind.
Oh. I'm sorry, this is where my brain goes. This is just all I have up here, but it reminds me of, you paint me a blue sky, then go back and turn it to rain. Like this person that creates this beautiful love with you and then it's like, no, you made that up. That was just all in your mind.
2 + 2 = 5, and I'm the love of your life. 'Cause if rain don't pour and sun don't shine, and changing you is possible. No, love is never logical.
I love whatever instrumentation was happening at the back there, but the lyrics, now you've got me thinking 2 + 2 = 5, and I'm the love of your life. You're telling me things that don't add up, and I'm believing it.
You built a giant castle with walls so high I couldn't see the way it all unraveled.
You built a giant castle with walls so high I couldn't see. This person holds the key to the relationship. Ball is very much in their court.
They got me thinking 2 + 2 = 5, and I'm the love of your life.
vocals.
Rain don't pour and sun don't shine, and changing you is possible. You mean all those words you said. I'm sure that girl is really your friend. Problems are all solvable. The girls you could have instead said I was too young, I was too soft. Can't take a joke, can't get you off. I would have instead said I was too young, I was too soft. Can't take a joke, can't get you off.
Oh my god.
Why do we do this? I look so stupid thinking 2 + 2 = 5. Logical, logical, love is never logical. I know I could have stopped it all. God, why didn't I stop it all?
That's so sad that in this outro here, she's feeling the blame. I know I could have stopped it all. God, why didn't I stop it all? I guess that theme kind of mirrors making the bed, that sense of like wanting to take responsibility. Girl, don't you think 19's too young? Okay, I'm very intrigued by Get Him Back because we have an exclamation point.
Exclamation point!
1, 2,
Oh,
3.
all right, Rock.
Wait, is this the song with the drums?
I met a guy in the summer and I left him in the spring. He argued with me about everything. He had an ego and a temper and a wandering eye. He said he's 6'2" and I'm like, dude, nice try. And he had such weird friends. On another club, another bar, another dance. And when he sits
second that chorus started, I was covered in goosebumps. This is my kind of song, baby. Oh my god.
I picture all the faces of my disappointed friends. Because everyone knew all of the shit that he do. He said I was the only girl, but that just wasn't the truth.
We are talk singing again, but for some reason I don't mind.
But I am my father's daughter, so maybe I could fix him. I wanna get it back. I wanna make him really jealous. I wanna make him feel bad. I wanna get it back. This ain't getting really this and it makes me real sad.
Did she say what I thought she said? But I am my father's daughter, so maybe I could fix him. Oh my god, wait, I need to pull the lyrics up. Okay. When I heard that, I was like, oh my god, eldest daughter trauma. I don't want to say daddy issues, but like, but no, it's just actually that her dad is a therapist. So it's a really wholesome reference to her being like, hey, my dad knows how to help people, maybe I can too. But girl, no, you can't. There's no saving this man. We all know that. What melody does this remind me of? Toy Soldiers by Eminem. I have no clue what song that reminds me of. If anyone has any idea, let me know. But I love it. It's perfect. All right, let's go. Let's have a bridge. Oh yes. Yeah.
Break his heart and be the one to stitch it up.
Oh, I know what this song is. This song is John Tucker Must Die. Oh my gosh. I want to make him really jealous, want to make him feel bad. Because then again, I really miss him and it makes me real sad. I want revenge and I want him again. I want to get him back. Oh my gosh.
I wanna kiss his face with an uppercut. I wanna meet his mom to get him back, just to tell her son sucks. I wanna key his car, I wanna make him lunch, I wanna break his heart, stitch it right back up. I wanna kiss his face with an uppercut. I wanna meet his mom and tell her son sucks. Yeah. I wanna get him back, 'cause I can't really miss him and makes me more sad. I want sweet revenge. I want him again.
If no one guessed that that was my favorite, you don't know me at all. Because, oh my god, that was perfect. I'm so excited to finish listening to this album so I can go and get him back on again. Oh, I love that! So 2000s.
I wanna get him back.
All right, what are we up to? We now have Love is Embarrassing. Oh. Well, I was definitely right about this album rocking out.
When my friends, you were the one after I'd known you like a.
This album is just so 90s rock girl. The Alanis Morissette, even a little bit like Gwen Stefani. I would love to know who her biggest muses and inspirations are.
And then you kiss some girl from high school. And now it don't need to think I was fucking embarrassing. Just watch as I crucify myself. For some weird second string loser who's not worth mentioning. My God, love's embarrassing as hell.
For some weird second string loser who's not worth mentioning. I could be wrong, but in the music video for Bad Idea, right? Isn't that what it said on her phone? Loser who's not worth mentioning? This girl was raised by Taylor Swift. We love a good Easter egg.
You found a new version of me, and I damn near started World War III. Jesus, what was I even doing? 'Cause now it don't need to think God loves fucking embarrassing. Just some weird second string loser who's not worth mentioning. My God, love's embarrassing as hell. Give up, keep coming back for more. Don't leave me, God, I'm marrying a
how Olivia has done this, but at least half of these songs could fit on the soundtrack of my favorite movies of all time. Gotta give the girl props for that. This is so fun. I feel like one main difference already between Sour and Guts, both have incredible, phenomenal lyricism and songwriting, but Guts, it's very fun. It's very tongue-in-cheek. It's just like laughing at herself, and I think that's something Olivia does really well. Okay, next we have The Grudge, which is a movie I'm too scared to watch. Oh, did anyone else's brain go, stay, stay, stay at the beginning of that? Also, look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? I need to stop making connections to other songs. I'm sorry. Oh, this is beautiful.
If nightmares each week about that Friday in May. One phone call from you and my entire world was changed. Trust that you betrayed, confusion that still lingers. Took everything I loved and crushed it in between your fingers. Now
Hold up. I have nightmares each week about that Friday in May. I'll look into that in a sec. But is that not the most relatable feeling of all time? Like when something happens, whether it's a breakup or a friendship fight or something with your job, like when you do something wrong or you get devastating news, your body and mind just will replay that over and over again, and you can still feel that sickening pit in your stomach. I have nightmares each week about that Friday in May. Okay, Genius says, in the Driving Home to You documentary, Olivia mentions a boy breaking up with her when she was on her way to Salt Lake City on May 8th, 2020, which was a Friday. This is the same day she started writing One Step Forward, Three Steps Back, so it is likely about that same person. Damn, okay.
now I hold it like a grudge. Now I hear your voice every time that I think I'm not enough. And I try to be tough, but I wanna scream. How could anybody do the things you did silently? And I say I don't care, I say that I'm fine, but you know I can't let it go. I've tried for so long. It takes strength to forgive, but I don't feel strong. Arguments that I've won against you in my head, in the shower, in the car, and in the mirror before bed. Yeah, I'm so tough when I'm alone, and I make you feel so guilty. And I fantasize about a time you're a little fucking sorry. And I try to understand why you would do this all to me. You must be insecure, you must be so unhappy, not knowing my heart. Hurt people, and we both drew blood, but man, those cuts were never equal. And I try to be tough, but I wanna scream. How could anybody do the things you did so easily? And I say I don't care, I say that I'm fine, but you know I can't let it go. I've tried for so long.
This sounds so beautiful.
It takes strength to forgive, but I don't feel strong.
Oh my gosh, this is just,
Do you think I deserved it all? Your flowers filled with vitriol. You built me up to watch me fall. You have everything and you still want more. But even after all this, you're still everything to me. And I know it takes strength to forgive. Not quite sure I'm there yet. It takes strength to forgive, but
wow. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and guess that there are a lot of people that are assuming that this could be about her relationship with Taylor. To me, that's not how I interpret it. I definitely read this as more of a like heartbreak romantic relationship, but even after all this, you're still everything to me. This person that you look up to or saw in such a beautiful light, even when they hurt you, some part of you still either craves their approval or still has them on a pedestal. My fellow pathological people pleasers. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, but why is this also reminding me of how Brooke felt when Peyton and Lucas cheated on her like twice? The beginning really reminded me of, I want to say Driver's License. Let me see if I can find it.
but I don't feel strong. The arguments that
I wonder if there's I don't think it like was actually driver's license. Again, it's probably just my brain, but I wonder if that is a slight reference to it, if it's like connected to a similar situation from back then. I mean, a grudge is obviously about something you can't let go of, so if it was something from her past, that makes sense. I think it's so funny. This is probably the song that I've stopped the least and like not really said anything during, because those lyrics were just hitting so hard. For anyone else that has never really been able to stand up for themselves, or wow, I don't know, yeah, that that's for the mirror ball girlies for sure. And that one hurt. But I'm so glad I don't have to go to therapy anymore because I have the Grudge instead. I know in every song I listen to and react to, I hear other songs and they're probably not there. But if that was a little driver's license reference, I mean, the song is called The Grudge, which is about the inability to let something go from potentially a long time ago. So I wonder if that is a reflection on that same relationship and how she feels about it. Okay, second last song, we have Pretty Isn't Pretty, which just from the title reminds me of Jealousy, Jealousy. I wonder if it's gonna be a similar theme. Oh, okay. I was expecting like a slow, sad jam. This is already a bob.
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
I mean, it might be an upbeat, sad bob. There we go.
I started to skip lunch. Stopped eating cake on birthdays. Bought a new prescription to try and stay calm. There's always something in the mirror that I think looks wrong. Pretty isn't pretty enough. What do you do? I've been changing my body, changing my face. I've been trying every lipstick in every shade. But that's what I say. 'Cause pretty isn't pretty enough for me.
Okay, so we were right. Definitely a little bit of that jealousy, jealousy. Oh, I have to say that verse also just reminded me of, and I'm sorry for what this reveals about me, but the I Feel Pretty / Unpretty mashup from Glee.
You can buy your hair if it won't grow. You can fix your nose if you say so. You can buy all the makeup that Mac can make. You can win the battle, but you'll never win the war.
Oh, damn straight.
Fix the things you hated, and you still feel so insecure.
Ain't that the truth? You focus on one insecurity. I feel like you see this all the time in the industry with people that have the access and the means to truly like change and fix something about themselves with plastic surgery or cosmetic surgeries. But then it's never enough. Like you fix that thing, but then your eyes will go to the next problem and the next problem. You can never win. You can win the battle, but you'll never win the war.
Post on the wall, it's in the shitty magazine.
Why is this such a war?
It's in my head, it's in the boys up in the bed. It's all around, it's all the time. I don't know why I even try when pretty isn't pretty enough. What do you do? And I put all the clothes that they told me to buy. She's undone like Dior, my whole fucking life.
Oh my god! This album needed to come out 2 months earlier because this song needed to be on the Barbie soundtrack. That was a missed opportunity. I really like the bridge on that. I bought all the clothes they told me to buy. I chased some ideal my whole fucking life and none of it matters and none of it ends. You just feel like shit over and over again. I don't know why I just read that like a Dr. Seuss line, but I really, really like the lyrics on that. If I don't log on to TikTok in the next week and see a Brooke Davis edit to that song, I will be very disappointed. You have the visuals from this episode ready to go. Guys, we are at the final song, Teenage Dream, which I can only assume is an ode to the Warblers' greatest cover of all time, Teenage Dream. But actually, one of my favorite lyrics from Sour was, I'm so sick of 17, where's my fucking teenage dream? So I'm super excited to see where this goes. What is her teenage dream? What has that resulted in? Let's find out. Oh, we're finishing on a slow bop. Okay. Oh, this is really pretty.
When am I gonna stop being wise beyond my years and just start being wise?
Oh!
When am I gonna stop being a pretty young thing that guys?
Okay, that was 2 lines, buddy. Pull it together.
Stop being cool, be quietly misunderstood. I'll blow out the candles, happy birthday to me. Got your whole life ahead of you, you're only 19. But I fear that they already got all the best parts of me.
Oh my god.
And I'm sorry that I couldn't always be your teenage dream.
I know that's about to drop into something good, don't worry, I'll go back, but oh my god. What did I say about girlhood and being 19? I think I've mentioned this in previous recent videos too, but like there is just something about being 19 and a girl. Also 23. Those are like the same ages in my mind. It is just like, if you can survive that age unscathed, props to you and congratulations, because there is just something about it that is so hard. Got your whole life ahead of you, you're only 19, but I feel they already got the best parts of me. I mean, I talked about this in my vampire reaction, but like the pressure for a sophomore album to be good, especially when you had the success that Olivia had, which is, dare I say, unprecedented. Like I can't think of any other debut albums that were like as big as Sour. I can't even imagine the pressure that she felt to like follow that up with Guts. When am I gonna stop being wise beyond my years and just start being wise? To me, that doesn't feel like a self-criticism. That feels like a response to either older people saying that, or like fans saying that, or an older man saying that. When am I gonna stop being a pretty young thing to guys? Oh, it's interesting how many references we get to age on this album. That's obviously something Olivia has grappled with a lot. And I think A, being a child star, but also B, having a relationship with an older man, as we know from Vampire, definitely makes that quite a contentious thing to feel. Olivia grew up as a child actor on Disney Channel, like doing shows primarily for kids. Then you transition into music where you're trying to tell your own stories and like live your own truth. And then at the same time ends up dating an older man. So some people want to view you as younger, some people want to view you as older. She's just trying to feel and act her own age.
When are all my excuses of learning my lessons gonna start to feel sad?
When are all my excuses of learning my lessons gonna start to feel sad? Very nothing new.
Your whole life ahead of you, you're only 19. Sorry that I couldn't always be your teenage dream. They all say that it gets better the more you grow, you better, it gets better, but what if I don't know? They all say it gets better, the more you grow, yeah. They all say that it gets better, but what if I don't know?
Wow. Okay, so that outro part, I could hear Liv laughing. I'm guessing the male voice was her producer, Dan. I think that was also a baby. Junior says the song and therefore album ends with Rodrigo talking and laughing with producer Dan's baby, Saoirse? What an incredible parallel to finish an album, or a song at least, that is all about growing up and feeling older and feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders, to then like this baby, this pure innocent little baby that hasn't experienced all of this heartbreak and anger and frustration yet. Wow, I really like that bridge. They all say it gets better the more you grow. Yeah, they all say it gets better, but what if I don't? Anyone that has struggled with, I mean, anything, but like especially as a teenager going through, whether it be mental illness or questioning your sexuality or not feeling like you belong, or any of these things that just feel so incredibly isolating and scary. I feel like we hear that quote, it gets better, and you're like, yeah, but what if I'm the exception to that? What if it gets better, but not for me? It's also very honest, and I guess it shows guts of Olivia to end the album on that note, because it's almost like not a positive, uplifting note, but more of a wondering. It's her being like, they say it gets better, but like, will it? I don't know. I can't confirm if it will or if it won't for myself or for you. She's ending this album on that question, and it kind of leaves that door open for like her next album to answer it. Oh my gosh, what a journey. Wow. I think my favorites were, I actually don't remember it all now. Get Him Back, Love Is Embarrassing, All American Bitch, kind of like the bangers, but then also Pretty Isn't Pretty is the one that like made me cry, right? So multitudes, the duality of man. I'm sorry that it took me like a week longer than everyone else to listen to this album, but I really wanted to wait till I was home to like properly sit down and react to it for you guys. Please just spam the comments with all of your thoughts. I'm so keen to hear what everyone thinks about this album. It's been getting insane reviews, like 10 out of 10, which is kind of unheard of. It just really feels like such a perfect and natural evolution from Sour. I am so proud of her. Props to Olivia for being so honest and so raw in this album. It takes guts. Thank you guys so much for being here and sharing this experience with me. Again, please go and check out Surfshark. They are the reason this video exists. So make sure you go and show them some love and let me know all your thoughts, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Is this what it feels like to grow up?